Yes, sir. Top of the morning. Y'all know what time it is.
Juice in the blunt for breakfast. While I beat the paper, gonna hit the block. About to see some pipe.
This is the orange juice in the blunt for breakfast, man. 100% the digital newspaper, man. I'm hard to start, JD. I got my big breath.
Bogard scot-free in this thing, you know what I mean?
Come on now.
It's actually the rare occasion where the blunt actually makes it to the show. You feel me? That motherfucker never makes it before. You always gotta have the pre-warm up. You know what I mean? The pre-show warm up. You feel me?
Them is facts. Oh my mama. I like it. I like it when I first come back here and it's a little half a stick. That way I ain't
get it going.
Oh my mama.
Yeah, no, you ain't lying. And I usually try to do that the night before, like I'll twist a J or like I have, like you said, I have a half a wood, you know what I'm saying? Fresh off of brushing my teeth and just stinking my breath right up again. Yeah.
Come on now. Oh my mama, them facts.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning, the wake and bake, man. 100%.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a flower enthusiast. You know what I mean? And it's nothing that to all the coffee drinkers out there in the world, but that's my coffee. You know what I mean? I wake up, roll up.
Come on now, 100%. That's how you start your day off. My mom, 100%.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy though, because now that I'm getting a little elder statesman phase where we're getting closer. You know what I'm saying? At every day, right? But yeah, it'd be like 9-10 o'clock at night, and from blowing on good all day, I'm just like. I'm trying to stay like I almost need coffee.
No, every day. Real talk. Help you sleep good at night for sure with all the flour. Oh my mama.
You ain't lying.
We got Lee in the building. Top of the morning, ear to the streets.
Top of the morning, ear.
Big bro said, good morning, JD. Good morning, Bogey. Happy Thursday, fellas.
Man, happy Thursday, man. The OJ is back, baby.
Come on now, 100%. Minnesota Den is in the building. Top of the morning, big bro.
Top of the morning, Denny.
Said Minnesota, stand the fuck up. Let's go, Timberwolves. Beat LA. Beat
and
LA.
They gonna and shout out to my dude Westside Mo. He had said this in one of our group threads, but he said, man, he said Ant and them, they about to knock the rocket fuel out the Rockets, bruh.
Shit. The Warriors.
Oh no, it's the Warriors. Do the Warriors got the Rockets next?
Well, the Warriors is playing the Rockets right now. Rockets won last night. I think it's 3-2.
Oh, that's right.
They go back
to man. They've been saying some Game 7 theories, bro. I don't know. I think we're gonna put them away. Next one.
Yep, I think it's back at y'all house this next game too. I'm not too sure. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't been and even my Warriors games, bro. Like I didn't even realize it was on last night till you just said it right now.
On everything. 100%.
Yeah, I ain't been watching too much basketball. Actually, I watched a bunch over the weekend.
Yep.
It was on.
I'm like you, man. It's when the playoffs is on, it's watchable. But during the season, if my team playing, I'll tap in for a minute. But I just ain't no super enthusiast.
Yeah, if somebody tried to say I was the bandwagoner in football, it's up, bro. It's smoke. You know what I mean? But like you can say that to me about basketball. You know what I mean? Like you feel me? Like 2020 killed basketball for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It was one of those things. A lot of the podcasts that I used to like routinely. Maybe it's because like when 2020 came around, we started like we jumped in real deep, all of us. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, man. Watch our shit now, y'all. You feel me?
Hey,
I started watching all our shits, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, make sure you click that bell button when you jump up in here, man, and throw a motherfucking thumbs up. 100%. And we appreciate y'all for spending some of your time out your day pulling up on us this morning, man, to run through some of these news stories 100%. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to wherever you finding this at. You know what I mean? We are multi-streaming on 7 different platforms. You know what I mean? And if you can, please go find us everywhere where we streaming at 100% and just, you know, stay locked in with what we got going on, man, 100%. Let's get into let's go ahead and run a message from our sponsor real fast. This show is powered by the neonpeacockmerch.com website. We want y'all to go over there and you know, slide over there, put your email address in, get locked into what Big Bro got going on. That way you get emails letting you know when sales is dropping new products, the whole woo wops, man. And man, I'm telling you, Big Bro got some dope ass shit. So man, look, kick back, watch this commercial real fast. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. NeonPeacockMerch.com. We are powered by the fella himself, man. 100%, man. When you support the channel, you support NeonPeacockMerch.com. 100%. So go slide over there, big bro. 100%.
Hell yeah. Shout out to our guy Miles Peacock, man. You know what I'm saying? Get fresh.
Come on now.
Hit him, NeonPeacockMerch.com.
We got Crooked Commission in the building. He said, yo, what's good? Can't wait to jump on with y'all again. You already know what time it is,
yeah,
big
man.
bro.
Anytime, man. Anytime we on, you know what I mean? We are that channel, huh? For all the extended fam, like shout out to the ignorant thinkers as well. You know what I mean? Stay tuned live. You know what I mean? Chicago Clubhouse Network. Hey, look out for the song coming soon. Got a fresh new intro. You know what I mean? I've been uncharacteristically busy this week, which is a good thing, but I definitely have been throwing little tidbits.
Looking like,
you know what I mean? You know, because I'm trying to he gave me some parameters to a minute 45 and probably like a max. So I'm looking anywhere from a minute 20 to a minute 45. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, this shit. So I'm thinking it'll be like intro a little bit with some beat. Then we're going right into a hook, then to a verse, right back into a hook, and then the outro beat. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama,
nice and snug. You know what I mean?
In the kitchen cooking.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, 100%. Lee said the Warriors or the Rockets will get Minnesota next.
Oh, that's right. Damn. That's some buzzsaw shit, bro.
If y'all win, y'all gonna have to go see Ant-Man.
I mean, shit. You know what though? That's who we should want to see, bro. We shouldn't be scared of them.
Hell no. Steph and Draymond ain't scared, and Jimmy ain't scared of nobody on that.
Nobody.
Court. Oh my
I mean? We should be expecting them. And at the same time, Ant and Randall and them, they're balling right now. Like, what are they calling them? The OG Slayer?
Is that what it was?
I mean, at least that's what I've been hearing my boys referencing. Ant, the OG Slayer, bro.
OG Slayer.
I'm like, oh no, we're OGs.
He about to start sending the OGs down to Florida. Oh my mama, had to retire. Oh, everything. Let's get into this first fucking topic, bro. This is kind of like some shit. We've done a story about this already, so y'all make sure y'all be prepared. If you hit big, that you might not get paid. Let's talk about it.
Tonight, the fascinating tale of a 20-something suburban man who won $800,000 in sports bets. He traveled as far as Iowa to place his bets. Then when it came time to cash in, the casino said, no way. Our Suzanne Lemonnier is listening to this would-be winner and gives us an inside look at the life of a professional gambler.
These are the winners I'm holding theoretically, or what should be $800,000 in my hand.
We meet 24-year-old Thomas Peak in the home he shares with his parents. An area in their house is a shrine to their favorite teams.
You've read every single one of these books.
Yeah, this was a calculated attack, I guess you could say, where I thought I had an edge.
This refers to stacks and stacks of sports bets placed last year. Complicated wagers on football called parlays, where several events all have to happen to win. First stop, Horseshoe Casino in Hammond in August.
You went in with $30,000.
Roughly over the course of 1 week-ish.
And your wins were $350,000?
$350,000.
The next stop, the Isle Casino in Bettendorf, Iowa in September. Both locations happen to be owned by Caesars.
I take about $20,000. I sat at the kiosk for 4 hours just punching in my bets. Bet after bet after bet after bet after bet.
McPeak looks for wagers where he believes the odds are in his favor.
If you want to take a look at that notebook.
McPeak does extensive research, some of it laid out here in his handwriting. Over time, he and other professional gamblers believe they can gain an edge, but it's hardly a slam dunk.
It's not like I can just snap my fingers and just make the bets win. They still have to win.
Most of the tickets did not win.
In my hands right now, these are all losers.
But a few of the tickets were winners. Big time.
And I won $350,000.
But they won't pay it to you.
No, they will not.
McPeak tells us Caesar avoided the tickets when he tried to get his cash in October. He says he was referred to the house rules.
Do you think that's fair?
Of course not.
A similar story when he returned to the Iowa casino this January to collect $450,000 for these winning tickets. This time, he was given a printed sheet highlighting structuring or anti-money laundering rules and repeat wagering policies.
You want to fly under the radar?
I want to fly under the radar.
McPeak, like many so-called advantage players, go out of their way to remain anonymous. McPeak places a lot of smaller bets at a kiosk instead of one big one with a clerk at the counter to avoid his bets being rejected. Listen to the lengths he'll go to.
I'll switch up to the disguise, sunglasses. I'll hide my hair in my hat. I'll put it up in a bun.
Horseshoe and Hammond banned McPeak and avoided his wagers. That's in contrast to FanDuel and Blue Chip Casino in Michigan City, which also banned McPeak after a big win. But Blue Chip paid him first.
They paid me a check of $127,000. They got beat. I won the bets.
McPeak took his gripes to state gambling regulators in both Indiana and Iowa. Neither state sided with him.
What would this $800,000 payday mean for you?
It's an insane amount of money.
So he took this case to 3 experts with 3 distinct points of view. Mike Lawton is a retired gaming regulator in Nevada.
There's probably some details and some circumstances that we're not privy to.
Scott Morrow retired after a career at Las Vegas casinos and now teaches gaming at UNLV.
He went around, tried to circumvent the system, circumvent the house rules, and actually drive across state lines to circumvent it. So, I mean, I have a tough time finding sympathy for his case.
I've never seen a situation like this before.
Eli Foystill literally wrote the book, multiple actually, on betting. He sides with McPeak based on the timing of when Caesars voided the bets.
If Caesars had decided before the first game was played to void all the wagers, that would be fair. That would be saying you've broken the rules, and when they saw that they didn't win, when they waited to see if he'd win before they voided him, that's where the problem was. The clear answer is Caesars owes this.
There's no rules against staying under the radar. It's horrible what they're doing to me.
In the end, it may be up to a judge to decide. McPeak says his next step would be to sue. Suzanne Lemonnier, CBS News, Chicago.
Man, his next step is to sue, and their next step is to unalive him. You fucking with the casinos, B? You fucking with the mob.
Bro, he won legitly though, bro.
Yeah, he's doing it legit. That's what's cold about it. Like, at first I was thinking, okay, is he in a non-gambling state, and then he's driving to neighboring states and then placing bets? Because then I could see them hating on that, like, oh, you're not a true resident and blah 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 blah. But I even know some motherfuckers like that. Like back in the days, shout out to Crook. I had the homie that was in Arizona. They used to just to do the FanDuel shit. Yeah, drive out 45 minutes to the little border, but he was from a bordering town though, so. But he'll drive out to the border and then goddamn, you know what I'm saying? This is before all the IP shit. You know, now you just make an IP, you don't gotta go nowhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, before, I mean, shit, you had to go somewhere, bro. Like, oh shit, it's just to bet online.
My thing is like right before we had the Indian casinos, we had to drive across the state line to go to Tahoe or Reno or fuck it, you going to Vegas, 100%.
Yeah, or you got to go into the Indian reservation.
That, but before we had the Indian casinos here, where we, you know, the Thunder Valley.
See, I don't remember a time. See, that's dope. I always thought they was here.
Hell no.
I guess Cash Creek was new, like in the 2000s or what?
Yeah, about that time.
Because I turned 18 in 03, and back then you only had to be 18. They didn't sell alcohol there yet.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't the hotel yet. It was just the casino. But yeah, then shortly after though, like maybe 4 or 5 years later, by the time I was 21, and like, you know, we would go there and, you know, it was fat shit now. You know what I mean?
Oh, my mama.
Yeah,
all them Indian casinos is federal in the motherfucker. Now they, like you said, they starting to slap them hotels on there. You got the one up in Red Hawk that got the nice little entertainment like type area.
That's they be having concerts in there.
That's Thunder Valley. That's Thunder Valley.
Thunder Valley. There you go.
Oh my mama.
Thunder Valley. Can't you tell?
Oh my mama, 100%. But on this story right here, see, remember we did one not too long ago where bruh hit for 400K on the Bet MGM app, and they voided his shit. You know what I mean? To me, the casinos ain't got no money. If motherfuckers ain't
coming, too many sharps these days. You know what I mean? Like, I think the first time I ever tuned into shout out to Crook again, to Chicago Clubhouse. They had hey, you was on there and they had bruh, remember the betting bruh?
Chicago Joe.
Yeah, Chicago Joe. You know what I mean? And see, he had his, everyone finds their little niche, right? And his was like, okay, I only bet underdogs. So I'm just gonna specify and breaking down all the underdogs because this is where money is at. And this is what, but see, that's the thing too. So say you become that guy, now you hitting all these underdog tickets, bro. They'll hate on you. You feel me? What? So you got to spread it around. You know what I mean? And or you got to play small. And he even said too, like, you know, it just depends on what, you know, what's your unit. Pause. You feel me? Like a motherfucker unit could be $1. Somebody's unit could be 1,000. You know what I mean? Right. So if they go, oh yeah, when I place my bets, I fuck with like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 units per, you know, it's just so you can be vague, you know what I mean? Without, whenever you're on these sites or whatnot, where you have those paywall joints, you feel me? Like, and you're selling advice, whatnot, you know what I mean? There's just a gang of those these days. And some of them is good. You ever seen that movie where it was Matthew McConaughey? It's based on a true story. Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino.
I don't think so.
But they were handicappers, and then they had a show in Vegas, or no, it was in New York. They had a live show where with all different handicappers, and then fools would give their little bit their plays for the week. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is back, you know, and you call and get advice and shit. You know, it's like a 900 number. So they were making cheese, but the advice is free, but you got to pay for the services, right? And if they hit big, you got, you know, it's customary to kick down, right? Mm-hmm. So these fools make hella bread. And then Matthew McConaughey, he brings him in. This motherfucker's the handicapper. You know what I mean? He's the but he's reckless. You know what I mean? But his first big debut, he hits like 11 out of 12. Oh, so shit. Like he makes hella fools rich. You know what I mean? And then everyone immediately tries to backpack him again the next week. Then everyone goes broke. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's like, yeah, it's some crazy shit. You know, but it's based on a true story.
So like when I be at work or when I'm doing the business on during football season, even, probably when college football, because college football start like a couple of weeks before before the NFL. But on Saturdays and Sundays, early in the morning, you'll get that radio, like what you're talking about, that movie. You'll get that on the program, that type of program on Sports Talk Radio, and you'll get the handicappers. And like you said, you'll get the number. They drop the number. They'll give you the plays. They'll give you the free plays, but they booming plays. That's what you definitely got to pay for, 100%. On my mind.
Yeah. Speaking of booming, Boomer Esiason, and then he had this Jewish dude, Greg Carton, and like these fools. I don't know why, but for like 4 years, I would listen to them live down there every morning on the CBS woo-wop.
I wonder if
they had a big handicapping segment.
I wonder if that's Carton that you're talking about, because he got a morning show on FX on Spot.
That's him.
No,
he looked like a fat Mr. Gru. You know Mr. Gru from Despicable Me?
Fuck.
It's the one with the minions.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Mr. Gru, he's the back. He's the dude that has all the minions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, he looked just like him.
Yeah, this dude Carton that I'm talking about, he on Fox Sports in the morning.
He did his thing for a minute. He was on CBS, and then he was on he was even on one of them fantasy networks for a minute there.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you remember the fantasy executive, Corey Parsons? He's a black dude from New York. But super New York too. But he did fantasy kind. He was what's the fantasy executive? And oddly enough, he was a diehard Golden State fan though. So I was like, I should fuck with bro. Yeah, and then this guy, he actually mentored and still rocks with to this day. Our man Lawrence, the fantasy lord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My mama, shout out to them, bro.
Yeah, Lawrence Jackson, man. Shout out to Lawrence. Shout out to the Lord.
Hey, on this clip that we watched, it had three expert opinions, right? And one of the motherfuckers who opinion was he worked for the gaming commission in Vegas, right? And that motherfucker said about the state lines, and it might be some shit that we don't know on why they didn't pay him. Man, look, bro, you work for the casinos. That's gonna be your stance for sure. You know what I mean? The casinos don't want to pay out like that, bro. 100%. And then the other experts said, look, if they would have avoided the bets before the game has started, you know what I mean, it's understandable. But since they let them motherfuckers rock all the way through, you know what I mean, and bruh fully won, you know what I mean, it's like they gotta pay bruh. And in one instance, they did. They paid him. One casino paid him $150K, and they told him he banned.
You know what's crazy is like, okay, you do get them forms where you gotta file this bitch.
Oh,
you know
for sure.
Because you're gonna have to claim this shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get taxed for this joint. And if that's what he's trying to avoid, that's his ass. You know what I mean?
I don't think that is, because he put the bets in at the kiosk. What he's
I'm talking about when you cash out. When you win and you cash out, like if it's a large amount, they make you fill these forms out.
Yeah, anything over $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, see, that's another thing too. Is like, man, he a couple tickets that are fucking, a quarter ticket or more, bro, he's gonna hit that radar real quick, and they're gonna be like, don't let this guy in here. Like, what's it called, the Black Book in Vegas?
And see, that's what it is. They don't want to pay that shit out. See, when you go into the casino, reason why he said he go to the kiosk is because if he goes and puts a 20-piece, $20K on certain tickets, it's a red flag when he go to the teller. You know what I mean? But if he go do it in small increments at the fucking kiosk, he said on one of the occasions, it took him 4 hours to put all his bets in. You know what I mean? But they said one of the things it said when he go cash his ticket in, it gave him a piece of paper and it said some shit about money laundering. Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. Are you fucking serious?
Because see, just like, for example, this is how a lot of the big dogs used to do it, right? So say I got allegedly a bazillions of cash, right? And I'm like, all right, we're gonna take this scratch. We're gonna go into the casinos, get like 10 bands of fucking worth of, you know what I mean, 4 or 5 bands worth of chips, play a couple hundred, whatever the fuck, and cash out. You know what I mean? That's a version of that. You know what I mean? So in this case, that's why they think he can be laundering. Like, okay, he's gonna come through with hella cash that's untraceable, place a bunch of little bets that go under the radar, but still at the end of the day, it's one person making that bet. So they're gonna see that when you're cashing it out. You feel me? They're gonna be like, you got 40 fucking winning tickets. You know what I mean? Nah. It definitely. Here's the fucked up part about it is that he's just good at what he does. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. And the bet's got to hit though. This is sports betting. Yeah. It ain't like bruh got the almanac. And,
they ain't tripping if you putting 20 bands of tickets that ain't gonna hit.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
Oh my mama. We got Smokey the Cat in the building. Top of the morning, big bro.
What's up, Smokey the Cat?
Big bro said Vegas never loses. But I was there last week and they had a plus 500 line that was not supposed to be there. And you bet I put 5K on it as soon as I put my ticket, said it was under revision.
That's not uncommon either. Like say like you're on the you know, the Caesars or the MGM betting apps, right, in Vegas. Like say you're like, oh shit, you know, a heavily favored Chiefs. Right now they're down 3 possessions. And it's like, oh shit, live bet this bitch. The Chiefs are plus money. Then you throw a guap on it. They'll be like, no. You know what I mean? And like, why offer it?
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, also that's another thing with them sites. As soon as you start gambling on these sites, it's gonna build your own personal algorithm. So it's like if I'm always going like $10, $5, $20. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden I'm dropping a $1,000. It's gonna raise the flag. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why this guy done been raised flags already. So he's not gonna drop no 150K or 50 large or even anything like that on one bet. You know what I mean? He's gonna bring through 20 large and he's gonna put it on fucking however many parlays. You feel me? He's gonna have a bazillion of them motherfuckers. He's been thinking about it all week, right? Hey, how mad is you, right? He wins. He's like, yup. Woo, been working on that one all week. And then they're like, no, sir, we cannot pay you.
Bro, that
like, yeah, bro.
No, that last story we did, bro, made 6 $500 bets and all them motherfuckers hit for 400K and they told him no.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up, dog.
I'm really mad because that's life-changing money right there for like 99% of the population, bro. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, here's the thing. This is why casinos exist, because it's going to be an endless flow of money coming in. And the allure of winning is why people are going to come back. But see, this is sports betting is not, it's definitely, sports gambling is different from throwing that motherfucking wool wop in the thing and hitting the slot jockeys, you know what I mean? And like, you know, hitting the tables or rolling the dice, you know, you get your count. There's no dice fixers out there that's like, listen, or dice trainers that's like, this store like this. There's motherfuckers, but there is handicappers out there. You feel me? There's handicappers out there, and these casinos are gonna forever have to go to war with you. That's why they try to find, like, you know, I don't know if this is true, but I've been saying this for years because my version is better. But like, I would imagine all the handicappers that work and the line makers that work for Vegas themselves that set those lines, they got to be from like MIT or Columbia, like universities like that. These motherfuckers is some mathematicians, super duper whizzes, and fucking analytics, fucking specialists. I mean, or it could be just fucking, you know, a regular old Joe, like Chicago Joe back there. It's like,
oh my mama, that just know what the fuck they doing.
Because this guy is the guy. Like, it's just like if you get popped for doing some high level scam shit, bro, and you's really a square, and you're not from the streets like that, but you know, and then you get popped. What do? They usually make you work for them. You know what I mean? They'd be like, you know, like say you use some crazy ass counterfeiter. You know what I mean? Now you balling out. They finally get you. It's been 10 years. What are you gonna do? They're gonna be like, hey, come work for us.
Come on,
you know
now.
What I mean? You can serve out your time working. And like your motherfuckers is doing that. Like, so
that's like on the first Bad Boys when they had John Sally. John Sally was locked up and they got him at the computer shit. And that motherfucker stood up and told Martin, Oh, my mama. Then Mark said, man,
He was hacking in there with the fucking, the handcuffs on still.
Oh, everything. That shit is crazy.
He stood up. He was 2 times the size of
100%. Oh, my mama.
Listen, Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry. Oh, everything.
Oh, yeah, that was when he was pretending, when they had swapped already, huh? He had to be, is he, you wearing my silk shirt?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, my mom. Oh, everything.
Classic.
Minnesota Den said, bro, we got AI now and shit like Chat GPT. That's going to come up with shit on how to beat the casino.
I mean, shit. See, here's the thing. I stay away from all the Chat GPT stuff, bro, because there's one time I was in the studio with my man's Prime, man, shout out to Prime. And this when the Chat GPT shit was really like, it was really hitting, right? Like brand new. And it was like, well, actually it might have been like the second or third version at this time. But he was like, watch this. He was like, make me a Tupac song featuring Biggie Smalls and Bob Marley on a DJ Mustard sounding beat. And it fucking cooked that shit up. And it sounded really, and this was years ago, it was like real grainy. Now you got entire AI sites that are dedicated to making songs and shit.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, or like I could take a song that already exists and then I could stem it out. For those that don't know what that means like I could take a song, then I could strip everything out of it. So I could be like, oh, I just want the drums from this song, or I just want the bass, or I want the background vocals. Or, you know what I mean? Shit that you do. See, this is reverse engineering. This is shit you do while you're making the beat. You know what I mean? You got everything, you know, you making the drums. So then when you have all the stems for it. Each one is on its own individual track. And now that's actually why I haven't recorded on, or really sat there and worked on Crook shit yet, because I'm waiting for my mans to send me the stems. So now I can load it up and then boom, get to it. Because I can work on it at my house. If I get to the studio and I haven't got to it yet, I'll record his shit there. You know what I mean? Either way, though, he's gonna get that high def. You feel me?
Talk about it.
That sauce.
Oh my mama, we got Brandon in the building. Top of the morning, Brandon.
What's up, Brandon?
He said 100 gorillas or Aziz Al Shair.
I'll go with Aziz. Aziz is, come on, bro. He's a gang member, bro, for life. That's why he had to go with the, you know what I mean? He's banging the 49er set of the South. You feel me?
Come on
over
now.
there with Demeeks. You know what I'm saying?
Everything. Give me what you got going on Brad that hit for 800K and they don't want to give it to him.
We gotta like what's it? Like bookmark this motherfucker or something, because we gotta follow his story. We gotta see what happens, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? Like this in my version in the movie, he starts making it too much hoopla. He's talking about suing them, and then he got cement boots on now. Bro needs to be careful.
Boots.
You know what I mean? I hope he gets his bread. I mean, what are they gonna do? Try to settle with him? They owe him, and then I'm pretty sure there will be a lawyer that will be like, "Listen, we can get them." You know what I mean?
100%.
That's the thing too. Is like you got to hire a lawyer, and that's annoying, right? Now you got to spend money just to get your money back, bro. That's just crazy.
That shit is crazy, bro. Oh my mama.
Not even money back. Get what's owed to you.
Right. Facts. And
can
that's
you imagine that, bro? Like that's how I felt with our Niners. Like, oh, we're about to win the Super Bowl. No, you're not. Actually, and like, well, wait. I'm like, oh, he's wide open, man. He's wide open. He overthrows him. Like, oh, no, you're not gonna win.
Oh, bro.
That's how that guy feels right now.
100%. Them is facts. Oh, mom. 800K, then the 400 from the other boy. Like, come on now, dog. This shit is.
And you know what I love about the one thing they pointed out. They're like, whatever such and such name living at his parents' house. It's like he's just trying to get out of Mom Duke's. You know what I mean?
100%. Oh my mama, it is
buy Mom Duke's a house, guys.
And it showed all the books that bruh been reading, right? You know what I mean? It showed maybe about 10 books on that table that bruh been reading.
His mom bought him a book on Amazon, bruh. Like, come on.
Fucking hey, that is the real Rain Man right there, bro.
Real talk.
On my mama.
He was so sure too. He was like, he thought putting his hair up in a bun was gonna disguise himself.
Oh my mama, and wearing a bonnet. Oh my mama.
You know he's spending all that money, man. Get some wigs and shit. You know what I mean? Different outfits.
The extreme measures bro had to go do to play some bets. That shit crazy.
Yeah. I would have went and got different legitimate IDs made too. Like
now that's where you ain't gonna get your money at. You get to doing all that, you ain't gonna get your money if you hit.
Nah, I'm talking about legitimate. It's his same name, it's him, but now he's taking a picture wearing the beard or wearing, you know what I mean? Every time he goes in there, it's really him. Now look at this right here. You know what I mean? Legit. I guess you get flat. I've never tried that. The only time I've ever got to do is if I need to renew it, or even right now, I got to go get a real fucking ID, or else we're not gonna be able to fly, B.
Minnesota Den said no underwear from Kmart. Shout out to Kmart, bro. Oh,
hey, Kmart's throwback, the blue light special.
Man,
we got a blue light special in aisle 10.
Man, that motherfucking popcorn. My auntie used to get that shit all the time from there, boy. Everything. They popcorn was slapping, yup.
Yeah, I remember.
My mama, that shit was slapping.
Then on Christmas time, they'd have the tins.
Come on now.
You feel me?
Come on now. That was that shit. We got Peacock in the building. Top of the morning, big bro. Come on now. Let's get into this next topic, big bro. We still talking about some you brought up some slot machines not too long ago. We're about to talk about some slot machines.
Supposed to be games of chance.
Yeah, that's right. But our Bill Miston found out prosecutors accused several people of trying to game the system across counties.
When the machine went down after they broke it and they found out I was coming, they left.
Jake Silber and his family has been in the bar business for generations. So he's seen a lot. Still,
this is the first time this has actually happened to me.
Last Wednesday night, prosecutors say 3 men and a woman came into the bar. 2 of the men went to machines, while the third and the woman started a fight. As it was going on, one of the men said he wanted to cash out, while a second man said the machine froze.
I told her to keep them there, pay them. I said $100 is worth catching these guys if this is the crew that's been doing this.
This is a first. I don't think I've ever seen this charge before, but I've been educated today.
3 men, all from North Carolina, are charged with felony computer crimes, accused of using or being part of a scheme to use devices like this to add credits to slot machines and then steal fake winnings. West Dallas police say jamming devices were found in Monterey Goodman's rental vehicle.
It's akin to a smoking gun.
West Dallas police say they're aware of multiple crews of people from out of state, specifically North Carolina, using those jamming devices at area Milwaukee bars as well as in the suburbs.
Earlier this month, prosecutors in Waukesha County say 2 men stole thousands of dollars from at least 3 Muskego locations, including a bowling alley and 2 bars. Filings say Eric Nelson was arrested in Shorewood. Muskego police say a second defendant, Lamar McCaskill, is on the run. Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
Cold world.
It's lightweight jamming. It's lightweight jamming.
Bruh. So look, now we got
good out here, bruh.
100%. Now we know how to get into the motherfucking slot machines that be at bars.
Just talking that shit one night.
Oh, everything.
I mean, shit, motherfuckers can count cards and do all that shit, but the slot machines used to be like, okay, but yeah, man, it's a computer at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yo.
What's happening? Hey, Slim, did you see this one? Run it back for Slim. This one crazy.
This one
quick too.
Let me see. This is a damn good one.
Top of the morning, Slim.
Top of the morning, yo.
Top of the top, baby. Let's see.
I can't even. This shit all wired up crazy.
That's lightweight jamming.
But our Bill Miston found out prosecutors accused several people of trying to game the system across counties.
When the machine went down after they broke it and they found out I was coming, they left.
Jake Silber and his family has been in the bar business for generations. So he's seen a lot. Still,
this is the first time this has actually happened to me.
Last Wednesday night, prosecutors say 3 men and a woman came into the bar. 2 of the men went to machines, while the third and the woman started a fight. As it was going on, one of the men said he wanted to cash out, while a second man said the machine froze.
I told her to keep them there, pay them. I said $100 is worth catching these guys if this is the crew that's been doing this.
This is a first. I don't think I've ever seen this charge before, but I've been educated today.
3 men, all from North Carolina, are charged with felony computer crimes, accused of using or being part of a scheme to use devices like this to add credits to slot machines and then steal fake winnings. West Dallas police say jamming devices were found in Montere Goodman's rental vehicle.
It's akin to a smoking gun.
West Dallas police say they're aware of multiple crews of people from out of state, specifically North Carolina, using those jamming devices at area Milwaukee bars as well as in the suburbs.
Earlier this month, prosecutors in Waukesha County say 2 men stole thousands of dollars from at least 3 Muskego locations, including a bowling alley and 2 bars. Filings say Eric Nelson was arrested in Shorewood. Muskego police say a second defendant, Lamar McCaskill, is on the run. Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
Yeah, they need to get got. all that, taking all the people money all them years, man. They need to get got. They figured out a slick way to, to jerk the system and be jerking them. The house always wins. They shouldn't win every time.
You know what's crazy is how many times you go back to the well, because it's I would imagine you can't. They're not hitting super big every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was one this dude. These 2 dudes. They was doing something with this slot machine, and they knew the glitch in that particular slot machine. So once they hit one machine, they went from state to state going for that specific machine to hit. You know what I mean?
Now you're adding a paper trail too, right? So to speak, because even if it was back in the day, it's they keep winning on this type of machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't remember how they got caught, but I know I think one of the dudes had stopped. The other dude kept doing it, and then when he got caught, he ended up telling on the dude or some foolishness yeah, but they ran up a nice little bag doing that though.
Hey, Smokey said NC living in the future. Oh, well, they got the, and then Peacock said bros are using fake tech from the 90s to hack movies in real life now. Oh my mama, all they had was a little some Android like type looking ass shit, a charger and some copper wire like type shit. Oh my mama, boy, they ran it up. They caused a fake ass fight in order to get bruh away. And he was like, man, just go ahead and pay them out. That shit is crazy, bro. They had a super scam, bro.
Real talk.
Peacock said, we been jamming. We got Ghostmuck in the building.
I don't really feel bad. I don't feel bad for the places, because it's plenty of times I've been seeing in the recent years where people be hitting for the jackpot and they want to talk about glitch and malfunction and trying not to pay people their money that they won straight up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel bad for them.
We did the first story we did. A motherfucker hit for 800,000 and they didn't pay him.
Yeah. Now it's yeah. So I'm like, how many times they're gonna keep using this excuse? That's my thing.
That shit crazy. I'm glad I gave up gambling. I just play fantasy football.
It's the same thing.
Well, see, I would argue. So there's definitely props, like sports props. That's gambling. I'd say fantasy football is more poker, and poker is gambling. So I won't argue all the way that fantasy football is not a form of gambling, but that's why it's still legal in most of them states, where you can play daily fantasy versus being able play sports bets. You know what I mean? Like Cali, we can't play sports bets, but we could play FanDuels and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things
And
of
that's
that
what I
nature.
fuck with, though. I'm not no heavy. I've never been a
Y'all
heavy
can't
ass
sports
gambler.
bet?
Huh?
No.
What? That's crazy.
This past, what was that past election? Governor
Maybe about 2 years, maybe about 2 years ago. But that's because we got the Indian casinos and they want a piece of that shit. Then you got the sports apps who also was fighting for California to get it, and so you had two different sides fighting for it. So the shit just didn't pass at all.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy because that's so regular. Like that, you know, I remember sports betting all the way, like since
because like
my pops
Atlantic
was
City
doing
was
it.
always legit, right?
Yeah, my pops wasn't going to no Atlantic City. He was
No, I'm just
hitting
saying
up.
like Atlantic City was always like legit for sports betting from like the dawn of sports. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean, but you know how people do it in that, in the city, man. They don't really be messing with
Yeah,
the
they got
spots.
books.
Yeah, they do it that way because the money is better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't when you get closer to the actual event, they don't start lowering the wagers.
Yeah,
what I mean?
fucking with the lines and shit.
Yeah, man. That makes a big difference.
It's the same thing with the sites though, right? On these sites, if you like, I will always check early. Like, cause football, you know what I'm saying? It's not like basketball or baseball where it's like hella day. Football is like, it's spread out. So it'd be like, if there's a game on Sunday, I'm gonna check the spreads on Monday. And if it's something unbelievable that I might need to jump on before it changes, I'm putting the bread down, you know what I mean? To lock that in. But yeah, if you're with a bookie, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Off the books, you feel me?
You know what's so fucked up though, bro, is that that these fucking these sports leagues, you know what I mean, that we are fans of, they promote sports betting, right? Whether it be daily fantasy that you can play or whether it be, actual betting parlays and shit on the teams and shit, right? They promote this shit. So when we see stories of these sporting bet places or casinos and shit, motherfuckers hitting and not being able to get paid out, it's like, fuck, why should I even use your app and shit like that? It's like a motherfucker, if I hit big, it look like I ain't gonna get paid 100%. And then when you play them big games with the when you spend like $20 or $25 to try and hit for $1 million, like it'd be so many people in them games, right? I think if the motherfuckers don't fill up, I think that app or that website, I think they generate lineups in order to fill that game up. That way, they got a better chance of keeping the big pot to themselves. It's
the same thing with the prop bets, right? On some of those sites, it'd be like, all right, hit 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they give you all these bullshit options, and you're like, all right. You know what I mean?
It's all good until they get hacked.
Real talk. And then the true hackers, what I would do is I would sell the sauce, you know what I mean, for money. Like, oh, listen, I can sell you like the fools, even as simple as doing the slot machines, man. I'll just be like, listen, I'll sell the knowledge of it. You know what I mean? And
hey, well, it was a crew. The fucking news story said it was multiple people coming from North Carolina in this motherfucker.
They were selling the family recipe.
Man, and that's why Smokey said NC living in the future, bro. 100%. It was multiple people from North Carolina coming up to somewhere in Wisconsin, bro, on everything.
North Carolina all of a sudden got some secret tech.
North Carolina. How bruh say it in the wood? North Carolina.
North Carolina.
The Wood is one of the most hilarious movies there is, bruh. Oh my mama.
Yeah, it is though.
That's my shit, bruh.
Shit.
Everything. Give me what y'all got going out this shit right here.
I mean the betting and just gambling and period, man, they've been taking money from people for a long time. So they get burnt, man, they'll be all right. They'll be okay.
Yeah.
Stop jerking people out their wins, man. You know what I mean? People are gonna start breaking the rules. You start breaking the rules, and hey, people start breaking the rules too. Then what? So yeah, man. These casinos got to do better because I've been hearing about too many cases with people is going in there and getting legitimate wins, and then they blaming it on a glitch. And I'm like, so this is what y'all gonna say every time when y'all trying to get out of paying somebody?
You ain't lying.
You know. So yeah, that BS gotta stop, man.
They make buku. That dude that look at it, check us out, Slim. The dude that we're talking about, where he placed in hell like $20,000 worth of different parlays, trying to fly under the radar, right? And then he hit for 400K, 800K, all kind of shit. And they're not paying him out. And they trying to at one point they even hit him with some paperwork talking about money laundering forms and shit. And I'm like, damn. You gotta be a really good gambler if you're laundering. Like, all right, this is how I'm gonna launder money through gambling. You know
bro,
what I mean?
they hit him with money laundering, bro, because he was making small increments at the fucking at a kiosk. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like the bet's gotta
like
hit.
A Smurf would. That's some Smurf. That's
They
what I
hit
call
him.
Smurfing.
Wait. So they hit him with money laundering because he was doing what?
So like he's coming through with mad cash to place several different small bets, but like $20,000 worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when he's hitting like crazy, they're like, "Oh, you're laundering money." You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's like they want to cheat now. They just want to blatantly outright cheat people now. That's just ridiculous.
There it is, Peacock. We need the house always wins shirts for to add to our Plain Jane series.
Hey, look, bro, that's the thing. And how is it that these motherfucking sport leagues, the NFL, the NBA, all that shit is on these motherfucking sites, and they promoting, man, play. We got free plays for you. First time sign up, get 10 times your money or bet bonuses, you know what I mean? Yeah, shit like that.
Drop
Look,
50, we'll give you 200.
Bro, it's like man, that shit is crazy, bro. Oh my mama.
Yo, I know them ball players be selling them picks, bro. I know it.
Bro, last year somebody got in trouble on the fucking Raptors, I think it was. He got in trouble for doing like missing free throws or doing some weird shit in the game because he wanted to hit the bet on everything. It was an NBA player.
Because there'd be a lot of money on the line with that sports betting, man, especially them NBA games. Like, I know some of them boys got to be selling them picks, man.
Bruh,
and
motherfucker will be plus 13 or plus 12. And I'll be like, oh, I like that.
Yo.
And then lose by 1 point, one more point over. Like, they'll lose by 13. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck?
Imagine you make $300,000 for missing a shot.
That ain't nothing.
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I got this.
That's crazy because I know
the league is promoting that shit, promoting the betting.
Yeah, but it's so crazy. Players can't play.
Remember a couple years ago, the Rams. It was like week 2, and they had ran the scoreboard up by like 3 possessions, and then now they're winning the game, and it's like 30 seconds left. They kick a field goal. Do you remember that? And I was laughing when we were doing this. Might even been last year, but I was laughing. I was like, "Yo, somebody's parlays got fucked up right there." You feel me? Like
the call was in
because it went over. Like they kicked the field goal to make it go over. That was my point. And it was like, what the fuck? Why would they do that?
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. On my mama, that's like how Bog said, a motherfucker get his fix off the fantasy football. You know what I mean? I really don't be fucking with the daily like I used to. Sometimes every now and then I throw a few lineups in, but usually I just get my fix with the motherfucking just the regular fantasy football, bro. 100%.
The dynasty replaced my daily, because daily I used to be on daily, bro. Like shout out to Candlestick, like during just like 10 years ago for real. Like I would sit there all week and collect the player pools that we're gonna attack in the different price ranges. You know what I mean? So then we would just fill up hella lineups. And then then you just set it and forget it. But see, that's where I realized where I was fucking up, because the real ones that hit in daily is you gotta pay attention throughout the entire day. Like for example, say I'm smacking, and now I got like a cheap player in one of my spots, but he's playing later on, I might switch him out for a better player now. You know what I mean? Or in the other case, I'm behind a little bit. You know what I mean? I might need to make need to make some adjustments. Most people, they just set their lineups, kind of leave it. You know what I mean?
Oh, everything. No,
Yeah,
facts.
That's like that really changes the game. And then I was like, okay, this is why I would only be so successful in that, because during the Sundays I'm watching the games, I'm just partying. You know what I mean? I'm not in there like, oh shit, I need to go through 30 fucking DraftKings lineups and switch in such and such because this cornerback is out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, facts. And then like if a motherfucker do go to the casino, a motherfucker take $100, $200, and if they take that motherfucker in 5 minutes or in 5 hours, once that shit is gone, man, I'm done 100%. And I've never hit that big at the casino. Everything. I didn't hit a couple of jackpots of $500. That's it. Nothing ever more.
But see, you know what's so crazy? Like, see that, like if I go to the casino, it's just to mess around. It ain't really to like. If I really get a bag, I'm gonna look for some boxing matches coming up, and I'm gonna study the fighters like way before, you know what I mean, and do my research, and then I'll make a calculated risk and put some money on one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
be like, you got to go start studying the underdogs. Like, all right.
Yeah, the underdog. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one that I wish I would have betted on this one, man. It was when it was a fat dude that fought Anthony Joshua.
Yep, the fat Mexican dude.
Oh my gosh, bro! That
what's his
bag would have
name?
been
Anthony
so
as well, the Mexican
crazy.
dude. But I know, but it was Joshua, and he knocked him out in the end. Remember?
So he was the underdog.
Yeah, and he was the villain. He was the villain too. He wasn't originally supposed to box him.
Oh wow!
If you would have threw sneaker money at that joint, you could have came off nice. $200, you would have came off with probably like 2 bands. You know what I'm saying?
It was like the Mexican butterbean, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name,
but he knocked him out the second time around. You know what I mean?
I want to say this was
that first time was that first time was a shocker though, because people didn't expect that.
Yeah,
Joshua doing all this training, this, that, and the third, but he was slow though. That's why I noticed with him when he fight, he swings slow, everything kind of slow. You know what I mean? But he hit hard though. But he's slow. You know
Joshua is the one that lost.
That first fight with the Mexican, he lost. But he won. He won on the rematch. But the first fight he lost. That shit shocked the hell out of people. I was like, what? Yo, if you would have put bread on that dude, man, you would have came off real nice.
They had a rematch too, right? Then he knocked him up.
Yeah. He beat him in a rematch, but that's after the fact. We was expecting the second match in the first match. Shouldn't have been a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was some good heavyweight times, because even Tyson Fury and what was the other dude? The black dude that they went to a couple times.
What's his name? What's that dude?
He kind of had like a jump punch, like, you know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about, man, because it's
he had
one of them.
Tyson Fury like dented his dome.
Oh,
man. Like, it was
okay.
crazy.
I know. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yo, that dude, Wilder, Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna tell you, like,
because did we ever get Joshua Fury? No, huh?
What, Joshua Fury?
Yeah, Joshua versus Fury. Because I remember that was like what that was.
No, they had Joshua versus Klitschko. That's how Joshua got his name, off of Klitschko.
Off of Klitschko, okay.
Yeah. But the thing is, with Deontay, I never put money on him. Never. Because
I want to say he was the favorite that one too. That's why I brought that one up. Well, Fury, if you put money on fucking,
if I would have bet on him, it would have always been the opposite.
Remember he came out wearing like some armor.
I don't care.
It was like 60 pounds of some armor shit or whatever.
Man, I don't care what kind of tactics he come out with.
He was so fatigued by the time he got to the ring. It's like, you have all these excuses, man.
I don't care what tactics he come out with. He ain't have no tech. He wasn't a technical fighter. He just
he's trying to knock things out.
That's a risk though. That's why he kept getting put on his pockets. You know what I mean? he don't got no technique. Like he's not a technician when it comes to the boxing. He just be swinging wild, open, And then he got mad at his trainer, talking about he think his trainer spiked his water. I'm like, what? Why the hell would your trainer spike your water, bro?
Oh, he said he had, and then the other time he said he put that Fury had plaster in the gloves or something.
Yeah, man, all kind of excuses, man. That dude was garbage, and I knew that because boxing, what they do, they'll put you with a whole bunch of amateurs, and then after like 10, then they'll put that one person in there that's really highly skilled and see if you can get past them. You know what I mean? And I knew the day that Wilder run into somebody that's highly skilled, he was gonna have a problem. And
was the guy's name Russo or something like that? The Mexican dude?
I think it was like a stocky Mexican. I think he was.
Yeah, I think it was like Anthony Russo. Was that his name?
Yeah, he almost put that dude out, and it looked like Wilder was winning on the first half, the first probably like 6 rounds. Yeah, not Joshua. Wilder.
Oh, Wilder. Okay.
Yeah, this dude he almost knocked Wilder out. You know what I mean? And I didn't catch it until I watched the replay because it happened towards the end of the fight. But
didn't one of the Russians knock out fucking Wilder too?
Yeah, but I feel like there was some BS in that game because when Deontay
from the city.
I don't know.
No, I think he's from down south.
Oh, he's
he not from. I don't think he's from up here. But when Wilder knocked out Tyson Fury the first time, I felt like they cheated him because Tyson Fury was on that mat past that.
Oh yeah, I remember this. They counted him like stupid slow.
Yeah, that was some bullshit, man. That was some bullshit. You know what I mean?
They gave him an Irish count.
Yeah, he wasn't. But because Wilder got power, but it's just he got no technique. You know what I'm saying? He got power, just not no technique. And once you get off too early, then the rest of the fight you kind of just winging it.
The gas tank is expended.
Yeah, so but Wilder, when he got embarrassed by Fury on the second go round though. I'm like, come on, bro. This nigga licking your ear and all type of shit. I'm like, come on,
Yeah, he licked
bro.
the blood off of him.
What?
That was wild, bro. Yeah, like
he literally. Oh,
he knocked him up. He bloodied him up real bad, and then he was there. They were clutch. What do they call it when you're hugging and shit?
See,
he's clutching the shit, and he's looking, he's smiling. He's like,
Fury,
the blood off his ear.
Fury is a technical fighter though.
Yeah, so he is. For a big ass dude.
Yeah, now he's technical. So what Fury gonna do? He gonna pick you apart. He's not gonna just rush in and try to go for the knockout. He ain't gonna do none of that.
He got bad footwork too for a big ass.
Oh hell yeah. He gonna pick you apart with jabs. He gonna put his weight on you. He gonna do all the tactics. You know what I mean, to wear you down.
Yeah, and he got that super. It's kind of like it's like better Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, he gonna wear you down with picking at you, just picking at you. Yeah, body shots. He gonna hit you with all that. You know what I mean? But he not gonna exert too much energy when he doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with him. And he realized with Wilder that he made a mistake going in there, underestimate his punching power. So he like, all right, you know what? He ain't got no technique. So all I got to do is go in there and do what I normally do. Wear him out. Let him swing all wild. You know what I mean? Do all of that, get all that energy out, and then I'm gonna pick him apart and I'm gonna lean into it. And that's what happened. I knew it. I said, yo, if he fights somebody that's technical, he's going to lose. You know what I mean?
Crooked said Wilder's best win was versus Charlie Zelenoff.
Zelenoff. Yeah.
You remember that one?
I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I heard it. I remember the name though. I remember the name. I just can't remember
boxing,
the fight.
2020 came around. That's when boxing. I kind of fell off on paying attention to boxing too, man.
You know what's so whack about boxing that I don't like right now? Just in general, like everybody is trying to keep this old record, like 0 and 50. Like how Floyd did it with 0 and 50. So everybody trying to keep this old record. Right, the newer boxers is coming coming up that we know about. They trying to keep this old record, but they not fighting no real competition. So it's like your record is. You can't tell me that you have a legitimate.
They're trying to pad the numbers.
No. It's like, okay, you got no knockouts, but you fought nothing but bums. So that was your test. That's not the real test. So then when they go up against dudes that skilled, they get put in their place. I've watched a few of them get exposed. What's the homeboy from Dallas, man, that fought
he did the one that went yeah.
Errol Spence.
Where bro was partying all night and then whooped him up, right?
Errol Spence. You know what I mean? He was from Dallas. Yeah, he got exposed.
Oh yeah, he went in with Cameron. Cameron was going in on him.
Yeah, he got exposed. You know what I mean? And what's his name? Devin Haney got exposed. You know what I mean?
What about Broner?
Yeah, Broner got exposed. Broner, man, Broner was
he was kind of bad.
But see, the thing is, Broner, he was actually nice when he first came in the game, but
for real though.
When he fought like Mariana and started fighting people that actually had skill,
prize fighters,
and he was playing, he was off his game, because I feel like he could have did better. You know what I mean, with a lot of those fights if he was like on his game 100%. He started slacking off a lot, but Devin Haney got exposed, and they say, oh, you know, the drugs, and you know, dude was taking the drugs or whatever he was putting inside the, you know, to whatever, the PEDs or whatever. But the thing was, I feel like without the PEDs, he would have still whooped on you. I don't think the PEDs or whatever they trying to say that was in his stuff, I don't think it made that much of a difference. Because when you look at what's his name? What's that dude name? Garcia. When you look at him, that's how he normally fights. When he fought Tank, he was fighting the same way. It's just that this time he had more of an advantage. And Haney was so cocky. Like, when I say cocky, I mean, how do you tat a dude that you knocked down on you? And you tat you knocking a dude down. Like, you gotta tat it on him. He tatted it on him. I said, this dude is a goofy, man. Like,
he knows how to sell a fight, huh?
Yeah, but now Garcia is back in the league now. His suspension is up. So let me see if you're gonna go for that rematch, like you've been saying. Since it was about him breaking the rules and it wasn't about the sportsmanship. Let's see if you go get a rematch from him now.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Because if you get whooped on this time around, it's over. It's over for you. You know what I mean? So, you know, then you got a homeboy from Newark, man. Damn. Oh man, I can't remember his name, but
here we go, right here. Okay, watch. Oh, that ain't it. Okay, let me see if I can show y'all this shit real fast. Watch this.
High force respect for Logan Paul as a fake wrestler and Logan Paul as a boxer. Yeah, that Logan Paul, that's crazy how Logan Paul he be getting bigger purses than some of these real boxers. That's crazy.
Yeah, he know what he doing for sure.
That's crazy. Like,
all right, but you know what? Talking about Adrian Broner. Watch this shit,
people want to see him get knocked out so bad, huh? That they'll pay. And he been fighting. He been boxing. You know, legitimate. You know, quote unquote.
Don't play no games, because my niggas got guns with them, bro.
I'm saying,
I'm dead serious, bro. And all I got to do is point, and they gonna blow. And I'm dead serious, bro, nigga. And me and my nigga, we done already beat bodies, and they still looking for me.
That nigga AB is a fool, boy.
And every charge, I know I play a lot,
about, man.
I'm really
said we done already beat bodies.
Don't play no games, because my niggas got guns with them, bro. And I'm dead serious, bro. And all I got to do is point, and they gonna blow. And I'm dead serious, bro.
Damn,
and me and my nigga, we done already beat bodies, and they still looking for me.
They still looking for you, and you in social media every day.
So don't come up here playing. Don't make no false moves. I'm not playing. I'm not. I will smack the shit out you, my nigga. I'm dead serious, motherfucker. Shoot you in your shit. For real, bro. I'm not joking.
You hear him laughing in the background?
None of that. You ain't about none of that. You was a bitch, boy.
Who's he talking to?
I'm dead serious, and I'm gonna show you.
Somebody this is at a fight. This is at a fight press conference, bro.
Fag, boy.
You gotta stop that, bro.
Get it.
Get naked for me.
He gotta stop that. That's bullshit, man.
That was some interesting cap.
Yeah, he gotta stop that foolishness.
That boy was, he must have been on a come down. Oh, everything.
He read a comment that fucked his day up. He read a comment that fucked his whole day up.
Yeah, he gotta stop that foolishness, man. That's
crazy. Broner versus Madonna.
Yeah, Mariana. That was funny as hell, yo. Because he went in there clowning and got whooped on. Clowning. Mariana was tagging him like, and he's sitting there clowning, acting like it's a joke. You getting your ass whooped? What you mean? Like,
is that the one where 50 went in on him after?
I don't know what 50 said after that fight.
Okay, yeah, because I remember 50 went in. 50 went on like a little. I feel like 50 ended him.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. Like boxing right now, it's kind of watered down because everybody, with the old record dudes, they getting exposed. So now, we got to see what's going to be next for
who's
Crawford.
Like one of the most hottest young fellas coming up.
Homeboy from Jersey. Man, what's that dude name, man?
You're talking about from Newark earlier?
Yeah, from Newark. Yeah, he's one of them. He's really
I think I might have seen him on the Breakfast Club one time.
Yeah.
What class is he in?
What is he? Is he middle or? He's not. He's not a featherweight. I think he might be a middleweight. What? Let me see. I gotta find his name because he's one of the ones.
Young bulls coming up.
You know what it is? Too is like, if you think about it, when do fools start boxing, or like when you get into your professional realm of boxing, you're like what, maybe early to mid 20s.
Probably. Right? Them young dudes be going to the Junior Olympics. They be going to the Junior Olympics and shit like that at 15, 16 years old.
Because the reason I'm bringing this up is because before you have kids training when they're kids just solely boxing, and then now it's like, it's MMA. You know what I mean?
Well, I got a boxing gym, so right here around the corner, it's a boxing gym. So at certain times of the day, you can see them outside, doing the fucking cardio and shit before they go back into the gym and start, doing whatever they do.
Hitting that jump, bro.
Yes, and it's another motherfucking gym in North Sac too, on everything.
Yeah,
bro. You gotta have boxing gyms in the hood because you gotta have motherfuckers taking their aggression out in the proper way. You know what I mean?
So
we used to have a mother show at the Big Port back in the day before it tore it down. The motherfucking PAL, the Police Athletic League, and it was a boxing gym in there. And that motherfucker been around since my dad was a motherfucking kid. 100%, bro. On my mama.
I mean, it's just like the way the like with football, like when you have Pop Warner, you might see, you have these boxing gyms, you be like, yo, this kid right here got it. You know what I mean? You feel me? And then you would never know, but the fact that you have these things for these kids in these communities, like this shit really do, like, you know what I mean? And then when you find one of them ones, they're gonna get right behind. I mean, shit, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, you know what it is? It's like boxers now, they scared to lose now too much. They scared to lose. They scared to take a hit. Like, everybody want to be like Floyd, but I'm like, yo, Floyd fought some dudes that was highly skilled. Floyd just didn't fight bums. He fought in the Olympics. Like, he really, really, really grinded to get where he at. And he fought dudes that was really a problem. Like De La Hoya, like Sugar Shane Mosley. And like he fought some guys, man. These dudes not fighting. Like they picking and cherry picking them fights, and they get a fight every once in a blue moon. And like, come on, man. I remember the heavyweight division, man. It was fights every week. You know what I'm saying? Like big fights like every other week. And
the motherfuckers was on HBO.
And then in between
thousands on everything.
And look, then in between the HBO, the big purse matches, you had the Showtime after boxing after dark.
Yeah.
Well, my
You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what, like, if you a gambler, that's where you really make your bread. You don't make your bread really off the big names and all that. You make your bread off of the lesser known, and you get them early. And if you find out they a prodigy early, then you'll run up a bag on their way, they come up before they become a favorite. You know what I'm saying? That's when you really make your money, before they become a favorite.
And when you type
with
the gyms too, like you type with somebody like, listen, hey man, give me who's the guy? Oh, this kid, right?
And extra skill, because you got the main line, you got the money line, but the real skill is when you could actually know what round he's gonna get knocked out, how it's gonna end, all of that.
It's decision.
Hey, cricket ain't no good, bro. He said, I'm still waiting for Floyd to read chapter 1 from a Harry Potter book so 50 Cent can make that donation to charity, bro. That shit. Come on, champ. All you got to do is just read one verse of the Harry Potter for me. That 50 was fucking him up, bro. Oh, my mama. And Smokey said, so are we taking the underdog versus Canelo this weekend?
Ooh, I got to check that out. I can't say nothing yet. I gotta do my research.
I gotta know more about this
kid. Because Canelo, he's getting worn down. Somebody gonna put him on his pockets because he got exposed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see if he still got it. You know what I mean? We'll see if he still got it. But I gotta check out the underdog
right now, right?
Yeah, seeing a play like that
the last 10, 15 years.
Oh, so that must be tomorrow then.
Oh yeah,
Saturday. Excuse me. Today Thursday.
If it's Saturday, yeah. I'm going. I might toss some chicken that way. You know what I mean? But I got to do my research though. I got to see who he fighting though. You know what I'm saying?
Cricket said y'all need to go look up Charlie Z. It's some homework for you guys. You'll get a good laugh. No joke.
Charlie Z.
Charlie Z.
Yeah, shoot me some links, Crick. Shoot me some links to my phone. I'll peep. Yeah.
So I don't forget. Let's get into this last topic, y'all, before we get up out of here.
Yep.
Once I turned around, the first guy was right in the front of me.
An 82 Orange County woman claims 2 men scammed her and got away with $11,000 from her bank account.
It was terrible. And it bothered me to this day, and I can't sleep sometime at night.
Mary Brown said the men approached her outside a Home Depot on West Colonial Drive with a wild story about finding a wallet full of cash.
Before she knew it, the men had actually convinced her to drive away from the store with them in the passenger seats. She told Action 9 consumer investigator Jeff Deal she believes the men drugged her.
Well, she described it as an out-of-body experience. She felt like these men were controlling her. For some reason, she had no problem giving over all of that cash and even giving over the rings off her fingers.
The other guy was sitting right here in the car. He never did get out.
He just stayed in there the whole time while you were in the bank?
The whole time.
Retelling the story for Mary Brown isn't easy, but for her, it's important.
I want everybody to know that these people are out there and they're taking advantage of it.
By these people, she means 2 older men in their 60s or 70s who approached her outside this Home Depot on West Colonial Drive. She just loaded her trunk with mulch.
Once I turned around, the first guy was right in the front of me.
He had a wallet, claimed another man dropped it, and then took off from the parking lot, ranting and raving. A moment later, a second man joined the conversation, claiming he too saw that. The 3 of them took a quick peek inside the wallet.
And it opened just a little bit. He said, oh my God, this is $62,000. And it had a little note in there, $62,000.
Mary suggested they turn it in to Home Depot. But the men convinced her all 3 of them should divvy up the money. They said the sheriff's office would hold on to it for 90 days, then they would never see it again.
And that's when they got in my car. A man in the front and a man in the back, and I never seen these people before. That's something I would never do in my life.
So they drove from the Home Depot to the Vision Works nearby, which is this building right over here, to get away from the prying eyes of Home Depot's surveillance cameras. The men convinced Mary they each needed to add money to the pot so they could split it up evenly. Mary's bank was just up the road.
So this man sitting in my car with me, he said, how much money you got?
It didn't take long before Mary was in and out of the Truist Bank with $11,000 in cash. The entire time, she felt everything was okay.
Were you scared when they went in the car with you?
No, I was not.
She even had no problem handing over the rings off her fingers just before the men left, promising to be right back to divide up the money.
I never seen him again. So I was sitting in my car, and that's when it hit me. You've been taken.
Mary now believes she was drugged. Why wasn't she scared? Why did she trust these strangers, allow them in her car, and give them all that cash?
When I came home, I didn't want to tell my daughter. I felt so stupid. I'm sorry. I felt so bad.
She obviously did tell her daughter, and now she wants everyone else to know about what happened. The Sheriff's Office Economic Crimes Unit is investigating this case. They tell us it's still early in the investigation, but they will do everything they can and look at all leads to try to bring justice for Mary. Reporting in Orange County, Jeff Deal, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, that's some sucker shit, man. Victimizing old people and shit, man. Elderly people, man. Leave them people alone, bro. Like, people done had you don't know what kind of life they done lived to get to that age, man. They just trying to just cruise. And here you come with your scams and your games. That's some real sucker shit, man.
They targeted that woman too, bro. They really set her up, bro, on everything. They watched her when she got out of that motherfucking Home Depot with that mulch and completely targeted her, bro. 100%.
Yeah, that's predatory behavior. You know what I mean? You know what? When she says like she felt like she just couldn't do. They were controlling her will, right? This shit reminded me. So back in the days, we used to always go to TJ's. You know what I mean? Because like we weren't 21, and then like when I turned 21, I ain't been at TJ's so probably I was like, but maybe I don't know, late 20s. Or maybe I might have been 30 because it was definitely not too much over 10 years ago. But so we're going to TJ's now, and it's hella nicer. You know what I mean? But then like there's
Tijuana.
Tijuana.
For
But my
those
man
that
was
don't
telling
know.
me stories. He was telling me stories like, yeah, you gotta watch out for these bitches out here, bro. He said they got this shit called Devil's Breath. And I've never looked into this shit, but he said, bro, they blow this shit in your face and then they tell you what to do and take all your money and empty out your fucking ATM.
Yeah, I heard of that.
I never went down a rabbit hole of this shit, but it just reminded me, like, how could, because that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, man, this poor, did they manipulate her? Or like, what she said, she did, all of a sudden she's in the bank. I'm like, it just reminded me of that. Because I've heard of motherfuckers, they're telling me stories like fools to get hit with that devil's breath and all of a sudden their apartment's cleaned out. You know what I mean? Like, and then the neighbors would be like, yeah, we saw you moving your shit out. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm like, okay. They got some other shit out there.
Yeah, and the cold thing is that they fucking targeted this woman, right? 100%. She's 70 something years old. She said it was like 60, 70-year-old like type motherfucker. So automatically she gonna kind of feel some type of, you know what I mean? Because it looked like they in the same age bracket, and there ain't no telling if they was, looking dusty and shit like that, and they needed this dough, or if they look presentable, no matter what. She trusted these dudes, and you know what I mean.
In the car, man.
That's and it's fucked up because that's how some of these older people live. A lot of these older people is more trustworthy to motherfuckers.
They're from the air. They might be from the air where they used to not lock the doors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit hurt, bro.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, my grandmother told me that she from that era too. They leave the doors open until people started getting their cribs ran up in.
Oh, everything. My grandma here at this house, the door never stayed locked. You can come in at you already know what type it was, but you know what I mean, you can stay coming in. It's motherfucking 3 in the morning. 100%, but it wasn't no sleeping in though. That's one thing that grandma said. When she got up, you had to get your ass up. Everything. No, was not locked. 100%, bro. But
Get
my
up out of
grandma,
here.
my other grandma, right? So she called me the other day. She out at the doctor's office, right? And so you know how your debit card, you could just tap it on the machine, and that way you don't gotta insert the joint, right?
Yeah.
So I guess her card don't do that. But the reception lady told her, nah, just tap it and it gonna woo wop. But her card ain't set up for that. So
It don't
she
got
don't
the
know that.
okay.
So she think when it got declined, she thought that her shit got hacked. So she called me immediately. Meet me at the bank. Woo. And you know, she on the public transportation little buses, you know what I mean? Cause she want to get out the house and shit. I'm like, look, just go home. We'll be able to call your home branch. Your home branch ain't gonna never call you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be able to call them. So we got on three-way. Long story short, the lady that worked at the bank told her, nah, it was just because your card's not set up or that machine, something was wrong with that machine on everything, bro. But yeah, you know, and my grandma should be fucking 87 or 88 in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
It's crazy, bro. 100%. And you know, they don't know about what's really, you know what I mean? Man, that shit crazy, bro. That shit, it really fucked the motherfucker up watching this shit on how they do that. And then she gave them her rings. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's where that devil's breath will wop made me think, because you know, supposedly it was like some powder that devil's breath, and then all of a sudden, like you can't control like your inhibitions or whatever the fuck it does to you, but motherfuckers are getting controlled after that.
Man, it's a story that I got saved to where people are putting fentanyl and stuff in money, like a $20 bill, and they want you to pick it up. That way you get that shit in you, bro. 100%. I got that shit saved.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's shit crazy, bro.
I mean, maybe it's like some concentrated shit that like get through your pores or something by touch. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama.
Yeah.
They be having all kind of liquid fent. They be having patches.
It's completely weirdos out here on everything.
For real.
You know? And like Slim said, you know what I mean? These motherfuckers is complete scum of the earth targeting the old people. 100%. These bastards, you know what I mean? If they do get caught, you know what I mean? Ain't no sympathy for these motherfuckers for sure.
I remember when I was a young buck, man, a young mustache riding the bus. This was like back in the day, I was probably like 12. And there was an old ass man, he walks on the bus and he's super hunched over, you know what I mean? But he got a smile on his face and he sits right next to me. And then I just had to ask, sir, how old are you? He's like, I'm 90. And I was like, damn. And he was happy as a motherfucker. And then I just started asking him questions. I was like, so where you from? He's like, I'm from San Jose. I was like, oh, damn, you've been here this whole time. Like, you know what I mean? And it was a trip, you know, it was a short bus ride before he got up and then getting off the bus, you know what I mean? Because I still had a ways to go. But I just remember like, damn, that's crazy. That's a long ass life. And he just seen this city transform, you know what I mean? Like 90 years old and been in this place. You know what I mean? That tripped me out because I'm like, damn, like, you know, as 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? You're not really thinking about. I'm on the way to the Great Mall. Actually, I remember exactly where I was going. Hit the arcade. You know what I mean? Holler at the little young one. You know what I'm saying? Young mustache got to get out there and start getting in the field. You feel me?
Oh, everything. Peacock said, man, it felt like some chick in Vegas did that to me. First time I was there, snapped out of it with a honey on my arm, asking me for 500. Luckily, I was out of state and back called me. Then I started coming to on everything. Man, it's a story of when the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, where this bride dude was like out there working for during the Super Bowl time, and it's on video where they go up to the room and all that, and she the only one that came out, and bruh ended up passing away, bruh, and they charged that lady with that shit. 100%.
I mean, you rest in peace. You remember Father Dom?
Father Dom? Oh, the rapper.
Yeah, there was Too Short and the Dangerous Crew. He was part of the Dangerous Crew, if I remember correctly. But like the conspiracy is that because they were real peace, you know what I mean. But the conspiracy is one of his hoes poisoned him and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Sinful to P?
Yeah, that's my guy. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was watching watched him way back in the days.
Oh my mama, man, his lives used to go crazy, bro. He used to be up in there in Canada, on the East Coast part of Canada.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was from Chicago, right?
I think so, bro.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
he real familiar with the Bay, so he will always talk about Mac Dre, bro. On my mama, on his life, man, he used to always give it up for the Bay, bro.
Let's go.
Everything.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Sinful, man. Oh my mama,
man.
Damn, that's been a minute now. Huh?
One of them guys, man.
Crooked said, Bo, just sent you the link. Share it with the fellas.
Michelle, appreciate you.
Oh my mama. Right. Y'all got anything going out on this?
Yeah, man. Them dudes, man. They better. First of all, how long that 11,000 gonna last? They're gonna end up pulling some other scam. Just better not get trapped up in that jail cell. And they see your charges, you robbing old people and all this nonsense. So you have to duck your taco.
They're gonna be every single one of them is gonna be in there and imagine they grandma and just take it out on you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're gonna be like, "How fucking dare you?"
Cold setup too, because in the story it said that the dudes wanted to drive from in front of the Home Depot to go around the corner to count the chalupa, so they wouldn't get seen on the cameras. You know what I mean? So hopefully, before the scam happened, them cameras outside got them dudes on the fucking footage, 100%.
Yeah, the bank. Well, yeah, and the bank's got cameras. I mean, there's so many cameras all over the place, man. I wouldn't doubt they got footage of them dudes already.
Yeah, for real.
You don't fuck with no old people. And this in California too. It's in Orange County.
Yeah,
I had to ask Kid about this shit.
A lot of retirees out there, unsuspecting folk. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's a money having city. You know what I mean? Beach.
The shit is called the wallet scam. That's what they named it too. So I wonder if this is known. If this is a known scam, if this isn't the first time it happened, because if they got the title for it,
them old dudes can only do that in Orange County, because if they go over like a little bit further up to like LA County or something, you ain't gonna bust out no. Hey, the old lady might pull a woo wop on them. You know what I mean? That's my wallet, actually.
She's gonna call her grandson to come verify he a member.
Come on now. And see, that's the thing right there. Like, right, sometimes they be cooped up in the house, or if they still dependable to be able to drive and still what's going on and take care of themselves, they want to get outside, you know what I mean? And they don't want to have to depend on, you know what I mean, because they still able to go bust moves and shit. And it's fucked up that you got weirdos out here that, you know what I mean, when they out there, it's like your kids, you know what I mean? When they out in the world, you be so worried about that shit, you know what I mean? And here it is, you got to worry about grandma and grandpa too. And it's fucked up because it's, like y'all said, predatory shit. They blatantly picked her out, bro, 100%.
You know what's crazy is like, you knew that something's wrong when they come up asking about a wallet, not coming up offering to help her load her shit into the trunk, you know what I mean? Like, it's the old lady, you know what I mean? That's just like. And
they was men. Oh, my mama. That's like, you know what I mean? Come on now, bro.
That's a red flag right there.
That's what you would think. Like you said, man, let me help you get these bags up into your car, and I'm going to just back up. Oh, my mama, man.
Yeah, you have a good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit crazy. Let the people know where they can find you at, Slim.
From a fan's perspective on YouTube, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Come on now. 100%.
Yeah. I'm on that new one. Let's go. I'm back.
Come on now. Cooked up. Freshly cooked up, man. Oh, my mama.
Yeah, man. Definitely check that out from a fan's perspective, y'all, on YouTube.
Here it is there. We got it at the bottom of the screen, man. 100%. Please go do that. Bogey, let the people know where they can find you at.
Man, you already know you can find me on Instagram, GenWealthNet _ all one word, and GenWealthNet on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Wake your game up tomorrow morning. We back at it with shout out to the gang. You know what I mean?
Cooking, man, 100%. Before we get up out of here, we're gonna get another message from our sponsor, and we'll see y'all. Come on now, we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. 100%. Be safe out there. Good looking for pulling up on us this morning. Have a beautiful, blessed day, man. It's sunnier than a motherfucker. It's hotter than a motherfucker out here right now. It is outside weather. It's time to get it, man. This is what we've been grinding for all winter. 100% is to come out and enjoy this weather, man. So, but be safe out there. 100%, man.
Everybody have a great day.
Come on now.
For sure.
Peace.
Peace.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.